I've learned through this journey that, and it's with my work, it's with you guys, don't go out to prove anybody wrong, because I just say that that list will never end. There were so many people that said she's only going to do this because they need a woman. Well, great. Hey, I'll take it. You would too. I'm not changing this. But if I got there and then something else happened, oh, it was only because of this, it was only because of that. And in 2014, well, when I didn't get hired, I had worked the Senior Bowl that year. Are there any Auburn fans? I know I heard Alabama, but are there any Auburn fans? Yeah? So there's a defensive end Ford, number 55, that played for Auburn that now is currently with the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe. And I'm working the Senior Bowl. I mean, probably the third play from scrimmage, he jumps in the neutral zone. I don't flag him. And he sacks the quarterback. So when Gerald told me that I wasn't going to go to the NFL that year, I said, what did I do? He said, don't start this. Don't start self-doubting. I said, I'm not doubting. I wouldn't be where I am if I doubted, but I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't self-evaluate my own mistakes. What did I do? I did something. I did something or I didn't do something. So later that year, I was at the Kansas City Chiefs minicamp. Ford was there. The supervisor at the NFL at that time, he told me, he said, Sarah, number 55 will forever be your guy. Well, that told me right then that that play, probably a lot of others, but that play in my mind kept me out of getting into the NFL. So I go up to Ford and I said, hey, I said, you remember when you got into the neutral zone and I didn't flag you in the Senior Bowl? I said, that kept me out of the NFL. He said, well, I appreciate it because it got me in the NFL. And I was like, well, you know, you need to give me some of the chump change that you're getting. But I just said if I was to go through life trying to prove myself to somebody else, or it just would never end. It would never end. So I just take accountability for what I'm doing, and I'm doing this because I truly have a fondness and a love for what I do. The toes that you step on the way up the ladder is going to be the, I say, backside that you're going to kiss on the way down. You won't be there long. You won't, because you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And I have a question, and you know, whenever the bosses are sitting there, every time you do an interview, and I haven't done a whole lot of interviews, but they always have these questions. Where do you see yourself in this company in 10 years? Well, I want to be better off than I am now. I mean, I want to have money in my pocket. How do you know where you're going to be in 10 years? You know, if he says he wants to be the CEO, you better watch out because he's going to throw you under the bus to get your job, right? So I just go, let them have the experience. And that was probably that interview that I was telling you about that I said I wanted to be the first in the NFL. I had no idea what I was getting myself into at that level of the Division I. Then I worked it, then I realized, all right, I better be the best line judge that I can be when I'm given the opportunity to do it, or I'm not going to be granted the opportunity to do it, I'm going to be fired. So with a corporation, and when you're asked that question, and you know you want to be successful, but I just say, you know, if I was the boss lady, I would say in a year we're going to reevaluate this, and I want to know where you want to go in this corporation, or if I'm still going to be here, because the boss men these days, they may be gone. But this is my thing. If you do it for the recognition, if I did it to be the first, I believe that I would have done it for all the wrong reasons. Jackie Robinson, I am not comparing myself to Jackie Robinson. I wish I had the poise and grace that he and his wife demonstrated through everything that he went through. But I would be willing to say that the first that have accomplished that did it because they loved what they were doing, and somebody saw that, and when they see that in you, your work ethic, and you're doing it because you love it, the recognition just comes. That's why you're all sitting here today. Though she's not going to come back, or she's only going to do this because she's a woman, they're only hiring her, but I hope that my journey that I have been through and the obstacles that I have come, and I'll tell you, I don't look at them as roadblocks, I don't look at them as adversity or excuses, I just look at them as opportunity. And you know, when you hit a speed bump going 50, it's a lot quicker than when you hit it going 5. So I just challenge you that you're going to hit roadblocks as I have, but my journey, if it impacts anybody, regardless of their race or their gender or ethnicity, whatever it may be, that they too will believe in themselves and just go after whatever it is. And I hear all the time, we're so proud of you, Sarah. We're so proud of you. I'm just doing this because I love it. Be proud of the situation and the opportunity that will grow for other females or other people that never thought that they could do something.